Nepal. Little did we know that this little country would impact our lives. This winter, we visited Nepal for the first time. And needless to say, we were spellbound.
The sunrise views!
The people, their heritage, the culture, the streets, the wilderness, the abundant nature, and the gorgeous mountains. There's no way you can leave this precious country without taking a little piece of it in your heart. I'm Senora, and this is Arjun. We are travel bloggers and adventure enthusiasts, and this time we explore the stunning Himalayan mountain ranges on a 5-day trek, the GHOREPANI POONHILL Ghandruk trek. Probably the most physically challenging, yet the most rewarding trek of our lives. And who better than Ram to lead us along this exciting journey? Meet Ram, our trekking guide from the Dhaulagiri district of Nepal. He's a huge nature lover, loves his dal bhat, has crazy stamina, and has been guiding travelers from all across the world over the last 10 years. So, are you ready to join us on this trek? Let's begin. Here was the plan. We start our trek in the quaint village of Annapurna, about an hour's drive from famous Pokhara. And in the next 5 days, we trek 51 kilometers across valleys, local villages, and even dense forests. All of this along the foot of the mighty Annapurna and Dhaulagiri mountain ranges, known to be some of the highest peaks in the world. Good morning, good morning. We are leaving from our hotel in Pokhara. It's about 8 a.m. in the morning, all packed up, and we are ready to go to Annapurna. We were leaving behind the chaos and busyness of the city life to enter a completely different world. The first sign of this was the distant view of the Annapurna South Range. Its beautiful snow-capped peaks were calling out to us, and we just had to go. In an hour, we reached the village of Annapurna, and from here, the adventure begins.
So we've begun our trek, but before we get onto the main trail, we pass through the village of Annapurna, and as you can see, it's a quaint village. This short walk until the trail is a nice glimpse into the daily lives of the local villagers.
Today we trek uphill around 9.2 kilometers from Annapurna all the way to our destination Tikhedhunga with an elevation gain of 530 meters.
Hi.
Welcome to the Annapurna Conservation Area. So now we properly begin with our trek. This is the same route that trekkers take to get to the Annapurna base camp as well.
Nepal is a haven for trekkers, but because we were traveling off-season during the pandemic, we had most of the route all to ourselves.
So we've reached Birethanti, and this is where the route split into two. This one goes towards the Annapurna base camp. We're not going to be taking this one, but hopefully someday in the future when we are all prepped to do Annapurna. But we're going to take this route, which takes us to Tikhedhunga, which is our destination for today. And in the meanwhile, Ram is going to get some permits ready for us to get to that side of the trek. I love how this trek is not your regular, usual trail. You pass through villages, you pass through towns like this, souvenir stores. It's just so culturally rich. This guy really seems to be liking us. He's been following us for quite some time now. So it's been half an hour of complete uphill, and from now on it's just a pure ascend. If you ask me the difficulty level of this trek, I would say that if you have some form of frequent physical activity going on, then I would say this is just an easy to moderate level kind of a trek. Day one of the trek is like this, but let's see how the coming days are going to be.
Ram will go there.
I'm going to join the fun with Arjun right now. What do you think, Arjun? I think this is my favorite bit about treks. Detours, coming across gems like these. It's so peaceful. We haven't come across a single soul in the last 1 hour. Just the sound of gushing streams, birds chirping in the air, clean, crisp air. This is life.
Let me tell you about the trees and the seas, how it's all connected.
So it's time for a pit stop. We're going to have some lunch before we continue the rest of our trek. So let's refuel ourselves.
This is the place where we're gonna have our lunch.
Yay! Ram, how many kilometers do you think we would have completed so far on this trek?
Yeah, we have completed 3
3.
kilometers until now. Yeah.
And another
We still have
6 to 7, 6 and 7 to go. We're doing good.
Yes, we are doing really good. Good job.
Yay! So I'm right now in Monisha's kitchen. Monisha is the owner of this little guest house where she serves meals to trekkers who stop on their way. There's our dal. She's just put it in the pressure cooker, and we're going to get some fresh home-cooked meals right away.
And while we were waiting for our meal, the boys were having their own fun.
There's a photography session going on here. You can never go wrong with some hot tea in Nepal. It's so good.
It's so good. It's very good.
So Monisha and her sister Sanisha have been so kind enough to prepare this feast for us. We are having some Nepali dal bhat, which Ram says is the
It's our national food.
national food of Nepal. So it's rice with lentil, spinach saag,
Potato curry. Yeah.
potato curry. It's so wholesome. We are ready to dig into this to continue the rest of our trek. So now we're going to have lunch with a view.
Monisha, amazing.
It's superb. Dhanyawad. Thank you. Let's go.
Hi.
While Monisha's dal bhat helped us refuel for the next 6 kilometers, we stumbled upon such quiet and serene pathways. The air was cold and chilly, but we appreciated every single ray of Nepal sunshine.
It's not uncommon to find rows of colorful flags like this in Nepal. These flags are Buddhist flags, are usually of 5 colors, each of these colors representing an element. So you have water, fire, earth, air and wind. We've got about an hour and a half to go, but the views just keep getting better and better. Another 40 minutes to go, and we're just taking some rest, sip on some warm water before we finally reach Tikhedhunga. Cheers. Ram taught us a traditional Nepali folk song,
That is quite popular.
and trekkers sing it when they are on their treks
Tricks, yes.
to keep them going.
Keep them going.
It's a very catchy song, and we're going to sing because we are in the last leg of our trek to Tikhedhunga. Shall we go?
Rasam piriri,
Rasam piriri,
mudera zamki dara ma bhanjang.
Rasam piriri, This. Can you hear that? That's the sound of the river stream, which means you're very close to our destination. And we have finally arrived to Tikhedhunga. And that was the last uphill of the day. We've reached our guest house. Hello.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Owner of this guest house.
Yeah, namaste.
Namaste.
Finally.
Day 1 of the POONHILL GHOREPANI trek is done. We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Yes.
So now it's time to have a cup of tea.
It's only when you sit still you realize it's actually cold outside. Because when we were hiking, we didn't realize how cold it was. So, gonna treat myself to some hot tea. Got my beanie on and So our stay in Tikhedhunga is not going to be complete without doing a room tour. And let me give you a quick tour of our humble abode but with a 5-star view. This is our room. It's as basic as it can get, but it's just so cozy and perfect. But the best part, oh wait, lighting. The best part is the 5-star view. Look at that. Well, you must be also wondering about our bathroom situation, but even that's been covered. Let's have a look. And this is our humble washroom. The difference is the view. So you do your business with a magnificent view. Hey, so it's been a long but a beautiful and an absolutely rewarding day. It's 5:30 p.m. but it gets dark outside pretty early, as you can see. So we're just going to have some early dinner, get some good night's rest and gear ourselves for day 2 of the GHOREPANI POONHILL trek. So we'll see you soon on the other side. Good night.
That was the end of day 1. But this is just the beginning. In the next few episodes, we trek further uphill to the village of GHOREPANI and then even further to the highest point of our trek during sunrise in -Celsius temperatures at the summit of POONHILL, where we witness the magnificence of Annapurna and Dhaulagiri mountains. Until we meet again.
This is not good in Himalaya because air is going inside.
Easier to sleep. Yeah.
What have you made for us?
Himalayan Tupa.
Arjun is in his mundu. Thank you.